Alright, we've reached the level 50, but like, the first expansion. So you have Realm Reborn, levels 1 through 50. I do not remember if it's like Stormbringers or whatever. It said it when I completed the last level 50 quest. Like, you have to have this expansion installed and blah blah blah, this quest done, and I don't remember. It was a while. It was yesterday, but I don't remember. But we'll see. I'm kind of nervous because there's new cooking things you gotta figure out, and I don't know anything about it yet. But we'll see. This quest is called Wait on Me, level 50, still given to us by Lyngsath so far. Here we go. Well, if it ain't mercy, ever a sight for sore eyes, lass. You've been keeping at the cooking, and I shouldn't doubt. Skilled as you are, though, I reckon it's a struggle for you to keep things interesting. If that's the case, and you're anchoring for a challenge, might be as I can introduce you to someone. You knows the missing member? It's the tavern what's owned by Roswin. That's R-H-O Sam W-E Nancy. The lady captain of the Sanguine Sirens. Her entire crew's formed of members of the gentler sex, though gentle ain't a word I'd ever use to describe that lot. Any road, the head waitress there's got a task what calls for a consummate culinarian, and yours was the first name what came to mind. If you reckon you might be interested, take yourself over to the missing member and make yourself known to Melcoco. She'll tell you what she needs doing. I am interested. Probably shouldn't be nervous, it's just a game. But like, all of these stars, I'm not entirely sure what's needed. And then, well, like these, apparently they don't have good or excellent quality when you're doing the actual crafting. So, but you have sturdiness, I think it said. I don't know. We'll find out eventually. Specifically, I'll find out that stuff when I finally just kind of start trying to craft those things. I don't know for sure yet if they'll be part of these quests, but if they are, then theoretically they would teach me how to do it, or what it really means. I don't know. But there is a missing member place here. I've come here before during the storyline, or possibly during the rogue quest line. Well, only not very often though. Only maybe once or twice. But it's got its own little castle-ish keep kind of thing, tower if you want to call it. Southeast Lyngsath upper decks. And Melcoco is a Lalafell female with a maid's outfit on outside. Greetings and welcome to the missing member. Do you have a reservation, madam? I explain why I'm here. Your Mercy of the Culinarians Guild, it's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. Lyngsath has told me all about you. She gives a curtsy. I'm Melcoco, the head waitress of this fine establishment, and I'd like you to participate in the Delamont d'Or. Delta E L L E Mary O Nancy Tom space Delta apostrophe capital O R. The most prestigious of all cooking contests. You see, the winner of the previous edition of the contest is none other than our head chef, Hamasi Tia. That's H apostrophe Mary H A Sam I space Tia. And he's a right bloody bastard. What I meant to say was, he is an insufferable man. She thinks on it. But don't take my word for it. Speak with him for yourself, and you'll understand. You'll find him inside the restaurant, doubtless with a self-satisfied look on his face. He is... oh. There's a Macote male, glasses, blonde Macote hair, blonde ears. A fine... well, you could call this maybe a chef's robe looking thing. I don't know. Whatever. He's got some instruments hanging from the belt or sash. Leaning against the bar. Here to dine, are you? Too bad. I only cook for the siren or guests with reservations. I'm busy training for the award ceremony of the Delamont d'Or, as this will be my second victory running. Expectations will be higher than ever. Shall I play the unassailable champion, carefree as you please, or shall I be sentimental in triumph and shed tears of joy? No, wait. Now that I think on it, I could also show disgust at the lack of sport. Oh, there's just so many ways to win. And he walks through me and disappears. I go back outside to talk to Melcoco and finish the quest. Hopefully there's another follow-up, but we'll see. I'm level 53, so I do have another quest coming, but I trust you now understand my meaning. Every word of his every word of his fairly oozes conceit. Weird, okay, I don't know. And it makes me want to shove a hot skillet down his smirking bunghole. She looks shocked that she said that, but beg your pardons for the language. I forget myself sometimes. Now, as much as I hate to admit it, Masitia is very good at what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the Delamont d'Or in the first place. Nor would Captain Roswin have hired him to treat her crew. Word of his culinary skills has since gotten out to the locals, and our place is now constantly booked out moons ahead. But all the fame and attention went to Masitia's head, and these days he swaggers about as though he were the 12's gift to our taste buds. Why, if he doesn't like the look of a patron, he'll refuse to cook for them, and that's assuming he even turns up to work. Can ye believe all the galls of this whoreson? She's shocked again that she said that. Oh, but there I go again with my cussing. You must forgive me. At any rate, I trust you now understand why I want you to enter the Delamont d'Or, so you can beat Hamasi and put him in his place. Ah, such a heaping helping of poetic justice it will be. You've gotten the best of even the chef's pain. I'm confident that you have what it takes to win. And lest you worry, the contest won't be for a while yet, so you should have ample time to prepare. I'll have more details for you before long. Please come by again. She curtsies. I get 210,600 experience points, 460 gil. 210 is a little bit less than 1/3 of the way to level 54, so I'm happy with that. And 120 fire crystals. That's crystals, not shards. Currently I have 16 fire crystals, so like gathering 50 plus theoretically is going to start getting me much more of these. I have started getting water crystals for desynthesizing fish. I can't remember if they were crystals or shards mainly, but I have way more water crystals than any of the others. So I think that might be what's happening. And then Commercial Engineering Manual. I have 3 of these. So this comprehensive manual, written by a disgruntled former employee of Rowena's House of Splendors, provides a detailed explanation of inhuman techniques forced upon consortium hired disciples of the hand to increase their output. It is known to inspire and frighten all who read it, granting a temporary 150% boost to experience points earned from synthesis up to a maximum of 1,750,000. The effect is halved at level 70 and above. Does halved mean you only get a 75% boost, but it goes all the way up to 1.75 mil? Or you get a 75% boost and you only get half of 1.75 mil? I bought something like this just because I happened to see it and I happened to want to spend my company seals, which I now regret because I actually spent a lot on this outfit. No, I don't regret it. Whatever. But I think this is partially, like, one of these kinds of items is partially why my culinarian went from 33 to 50 really quickly. Maybe. I wasn't doing as much crafting as I was doing leave quests, so I don't know about that. But yeah, the next quest from Melcoco comes at 53, which I happen to be. Your skills as an artisan will be put to great use in crafting collectibles. Speak with Morgaine. Okay, so that's actually how I start to learn what those are all about. Because there's these purple token things that I haven't figured out how to get them yet. So hopefully that's what this Morgaine thing, yeah. What did you say? Morgaine at Saint in Ishgard, okay. Master recipes are available somehow. Guiding star, okay, hold on. Ishgard, Morgaine, something like that. And then Guiding star at Revenant's Toll. master recipes. Cool. That is the end of this video because it's the end of the quest, which once again was named called Wait on Me. Cool. So I'll make use of those eventually to get well, because it only lasts for 18 hours, which I know I say only, but it's a long time. Three quarters of a day? 3/4 of a day? Yeah. Meanwhile, I only play this. Well, I play this game probably 6 hours a night because of my current schedule. But once I get into the electricians union and start doing that work, I have a lot less time to play. We'll figure that out when we come to it. But I need the insurance for my wife, who will be coming over here soon. Well, not soon, probably more like, God, who knows? But hopefully soon, sooner. As soon as possible. So insurance for both her and I, and just really good income and a really good. If you are good at your job, they're gonna give you work, and I tend to be pretty good at the jobs that I do. So, anyway, not to toot my own horn, it's just if I'm in a training class, which I have been a couple times recently, like a class of numerous people, I tend to be the top 1 or 2. That's just how it is. When I was in the EMT school, I was the second in the class. I learned really deeply into the class that I was going to be, in order to be hired by, well, an EMT company, an ambulance company, or a fire department, I'd probably have to be able to drive the ambulance. And at that point in time in my life, I was still suffering from a mistake that I made in regards to driving while under the influence. But I was second in the class. And then when I worked for the county of Sonoma in California, I was top of that class easily. I was like 27-ish people. And then when I worked for SelectQuote, was remote work from home. It was pretty cool, but when I was doing the training there, I was routinely first place in the little quiz games that we played, and I ended up being second in the class out of 30-something people, only because of one question on one test that I somehow misread a little bit. Otherwise, I was 100% on all the tests, except for this one question on this one test. It's really bugged me, but anyway. So yeah, I have no doubt that I'll be very good at being an electrician. It's just the hours, the commute. It's all going to be a big change. I haven't had a job like that in a while. So yeah. Anywho, hope you enjoyed. Sorry for you don't need to know all that. It's probably boring. Hopefully you moved on before I start. Yeah. I'll see you guys later for whatever of mine you watch next. Bye bye.